So the way this compressor works, it will have a permanent supply to the run winding. The start winding will have a supply only for a second, less than that. And then this current relay will disconnect, let this compressor run only on the run winding, as I said on the previous video. So one way of simulating a fault is to disconnect the capacitor. Now, it's very good when you change capacitors to discharge them, because if you do touch the two connections, you could get an electric shock. Gloves are on. I'm gonna disconnect my start. So I'm simulating a compressor trying to run only on the run winding. 3, 2, 1. You see the difference? So he's trying to start the poor little thing only on the run winding. If I'm gonna put my finger on the discharge, don't feel nothing. Now let's see how many amps is pulling. Let me just put my gloves back. That's quite interesting. You get too excited sometimes. So now if I were to measure the amps, what I would expect is the values to be much higher. So let's just put this here. 3, 2, 1, go. 6 amps. And if I leave this like running only on the run winding, eventually it will overheat, possibly blow my fuse or trip. So if it was 6 on neutral, and if I put it on live, 6.5. If you want to check the capacitor, use a capacitor tester. I do have it in my bag, but when you disconnect it, it's very important to discharge this. So you're just gonna do that. It'll make a spark. Whew. Yes, it'll make a spark. And then you take the capacitor out and you measure it. That's why I said earlier, please be extra careful when you measure a capacitor, because I'm not gonna say I did it, but it won't be pleasant, the electric shock that you're gonna get. So safety always first, and please don't try this at home. Connect the leads to them, then it will give me 58 microfarads. Now let's disconnect the common.
Really? Like that's gonna do anything?
That there, safety first. That there. My glove, and 3, 2, 1. Does it work? No, doesn't do nothing. Of course it doesn't. Not sure. Do we have anything else that we haven't covered?
Oi! There's a way of showing the relay opening the start circuit.
The capacitor. If you do need to get into the electrics, first make sure you discharge it so you don't get an electric shock. Make sure you wear gloves. We saw how to measure the capacitor. We talked about what the symptoms are. So earlier when I showed, if you disconnect, if you have a faulty capacitor, your amperage will increase, because this poor compressor will try and start and also run only on the run winding. So you can't do it. We talked about the symptoms of a faulty current relay, which you will see they're doing nothing. That doesn't happen very often. I haven't seen many faulty current relays. You just stop this. Another thing that I see sometimes, just because of hot temperatures, where the compressor is located, sometimes you get the wires quite crispy. So then the insulation starts breaking down and you get some damage on the wire. So they eventually will cause the compressor to fail. And sometimes it could be as simple as you redo the wiring connections. By that I mean the spade connections. You make sure the wires look better. If you do need to change the entire length, then change it. Then you put it back together and it could work. That's about it. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions what we could talk about this in the future, drop me a comment and see you next time. Thank you.
Cooling fails and gauges twitch. Be a doctor, Dr. Fritz.